Kiyotaka, he's gotten himself involved in a bit of drama, and honestly, when hasn't he? He's pretty much involved in everything that happens around the school, but this time it's a little bit different because it has to deal with a relationship. And there are so many girls that have fallen in love with him that I could think of off the top of my head. There's Sato, there's Kushida, Saganaki, Hiyori. Before she got expelled, there was Ari, and probably a lot more. There are two that I specifically want to highlight in this video, and that would be Karuizawa Kei and Hanomi Ichinose, because they, well, aside from Harikta, I'd say that they have the closest relationship to Kiyotaka, and something happened in books 8 and 9 that I really want to talk about. There's probably some stuff that happens in book 9.5, however, since that just came out, I believe on June 23rd in Japan, the English isn't out yet, so I have yet to read it, and so I don't want to include anything there because, well, I have no knowledge of that. But if you guys love regular anime content, specifically Classroom of the Elite, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Also follow me on Twitch. I recently started live streaming where I'm doing live reactions to different anime, movies, and manga. I will leave that in the description below. But with that away, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's talk about the trio of Kiyotaka, Ichinose, and Karuizawa. These three specifically, why did I want to talk about them? Well, because Kei and Kiyotaka's relationship, it's a little bit shaky in the light novels right now, specifically because they got into a fight, and I will talk about that a little bit later in the video. You guys are probably wondering, well, if Kei and Kiyotaka, if they're the ones that are fighting, what does this have to do with Ichinose? Well, she has liked this man since book 9. I believe when she was in trouble for shoplifting, and dealing with that, he ended up bringing her back from despair. She's kind of like the Kei if she were in another class, because Ichinose only relies on Kiyotaka. And these two, they've gotten really close to each other in book 11.5 of year 1. When they were in his room together, they were talking. He was flirting with her a little bit. He caressed her cheek. He flicked her lips. They were, kind of close. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not about to mess with somebody's face if I'm not interested or trying to get with them in any form. Then in year 2, volume 4, on the island, she ended up confessing her love to him. Then in book 4.5 of year 2, she found out that Kiyotaka was going out with Karuizawa, and then it's kind of been weird between the two ever since then until book 8. She was at rock bottom. Kiyotaka, he brought her back. While she was crying, Kiyotaka went up to her, he hugged her, and she relied on him like she did in the past. During all of this, Ichinose, she was very adamant about how if Kei knew that he was out there with her, that she would be upset, and Kiyotaka agreed, and Ichinose, she countlessly and relentlessly tried to convince him to go away because she didn't want any rumors to start. While he was comforting her, Kiyotaka asked her the question, is there something that you want? And Ichinose claimed yes, but that's unachievable. And I'll put a pin in that and talk about that a little bit later in the video. So how do I feel about Kei and Kiyotaka's relationship? I'm not gonna lie, it's not that I don't like their relationship. I think that they're a good couple, but since him and Kei started going out, I'd say that Kei's character, at least for me, she's taken a step back. In year 1, when it comes to the girls, I'd probably say Ichinose, Kei, Harikta, Saganaki, and Kushida, they're probably my top 5, where Kei was number 2. And then in year 2, she would probably drop to number 5, maybe even lower than that, because people like Nanase, Chabishira, and Amasawa, they've come into play as well. Her in year 1, specifically 4, 7, and 7.5, I'd say that's when Karuizawa was at her best. There was different things that she would do to assist Kiyotaka with his plans. She was his right-hand girl, and we're not really getting that much in year 2. It's either she's jealous, she's always around him, always wanting to go on dates, and I understand that the way that Kiyotaka describes her character is that she's a host and she needs someone strong and someone that she can rely on to protect her, but she's just, to me, kind of boring in year 2 compared to year 1. I don't hate their relationship, but it's not as good as I would like for it to be. And the fight may very well be how their relationship will shake up or spice up a little bit. And I'm going to talk about why the two were fighting. It's all over Ichinose. Basically, Class B, they wanted Kiyotaka to go in and talk to Ichinose because they were close. They were trying to figure out what was wrong with her, and is she alright, the reason why she left student council, etc. And Kiyotaka was like, hey, I'll do it. But when he was walking back to the dorms, Karuizawa asked him, hey, let's go on a date, let's go Christmas shopping. and Kiyotaka declined because he would be spending the next day with Ichinose. They'd be one-on-one, and Kei didn't like that. Kiyotaka, he did tell her, hey, if you're feeling uncomfortable about this, you can like come in and stop by and see and make sure that we're not doing anything inappropriate or something that we're not supposed to. And Kei, she just wanted him to cancel his I don't want to say date, but his date with Ichinose altogether, but he declined. And then Kei got mad. She rushed off expecting him to go after her and chase her, but he didn't. He just went back to his dorm. If I was a third party, who do I think was in the wrong? Probably 70% Kiyotaka, 30% Kei. And I do want to mention that when he talked to Ichinose about going on this date, spending time together, she was very against it. Was like, no, I don't think Karuizawa liked that, we shouldn't do it. But Kiyotaka was pushy and she ended up agreeing. Why is he going out on the date with her? Well, I don't really know. I'm not going to lie. Well, I do know to a degree, but at the same time, like he told Karuizawa, this is all for his plans. And well, we know Kiyotaka, everything that he does is calculated so that he can win. The reason why I am giving him majority of the blame or more than Kei is because I understand how she feels. If my girl was with another guy, especially one that's attractive, because I'm not trying to do Kei dirty. I think in terms of who is the most desired at the school, probably Kei, Kushida, and Ichinose, they're the ones that are the most sought after. But I mentioned Ichinose, and so if someone was just that, if not better, like more attractive than me, then I would feel some type of way about that. But at the same time, Kiyotaka, he was upfront with her and told her the truth about why they were going out. And Kiyotaka knows her past, knows that she is an insecure girl. She got mad at Kiyotaka that he was with Kushida, even though he had no choice. That was the assigned girl from his class that he had to be partnered up with so that they could be in groups for the class trip. Also, like right before the fight, he was walking back with Himeno because they just had a meeting, and so when he was walking back, she got upset seeing that Kiyotaka was with another girl. Like I said, I know that Ichinose is really attractive and a lot of people are interested in her, so I can understand why Kei is upset. And also Kiyotaka, he knows that Ichinose likes him, and Kei doesn't know that. So yeah, it's kind of a bad look if you're going out with a girl that likes you and you didn't tell your girlfriend that she likes you, or your girlfriend is unaware that someone as attractive as Ichinose is interested in you. But when Ichinose and Kiyotaka hung out, nothing happened. They went to the gym together, they went to a cafe. I believe they window shopped as well, but that's about it. Fast forward a little bit, a few days passed. I don't remember the exact time frame, but they ended up having a meeting in his room, and I'm talking about Kiyotaka and Ichinose. She claimed that the date that they went on, it would be their first and their last. So I'm sitting up in here, when I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, no, she's finally moved on. I understand, like, hey, you got a girlfriend. Yeah, no, I was way off. She then asked him, could she touch his face? Now, I'm waving the red flag. I'm like, all right, you're doing a little bit too much. Because when I'm around my female friends, there is a certain way that I'm going to touch them. I'll give them a high five, a side hug, a front hug, maybe like a playful hit on the shoulder, and maybe, because that could get you in trouble too. I'm not touching my female friends like I would my significant other, and touching on someone's face, that's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would feel very uncomfortable if my significant other was allowing for something like that to happen, because physical touch, that equals horniness, which equals kissing, which equals to making baby. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you guys get what I mean. I did mention earlier though that Ichinose was asked a question about wanting something that she couldn't have, and that something was Kiyotaka. And at first Ichinose was really willing to, hey, let's just be friends. However, with spending time with him, going on dates, touching his face, that was something that she enjoyed so much she didn't want to give up to anyone. So she told him that she's going to work extremely hard so that he would start looking at her and potentially fall for her. That's all they did, nothing more. Kiyotaka himself said that if she tried something with someone that's already in a relationship, he would put a stop to her, but she was able to restrain herself. Ichinose did ask and tell him, hey, you should probably fix things with your girlfriend, so I think that was a plus. So it wasn't cheating, but at the same time, it was pretty close. He was playing with fire. Towards the end of volume 9, Kei, she started venting to Sato about the situation, and she decided after listening to what she had to say that she was going to make up with Kiyotaka. However, she got a picture, and that picture was of him and Ichinose exiting the gym together. Kei, she's frustrated, she gets judged, she gets insecure, and to make matters worse, guess who shows up? Motherfluff and Ichinose. Because Sato and Kei were right outside the gym, Ichinose questions, hey, did you go to the gym with Kiyotaka? And then Kei, she's like, well, how do you know that Kiyotaka like went to the gym? Because I didn't know that. And then Ichinose says, oh, well, that's because we went to the gym together. Like, y'all don't go? And she's like, no. So I can understand why Kei's frustrated right here, because having your guy go with a girl doing something that y'all have never done before, and she knows something about him and experience something with him for the first time that you've never done, yeah, that would break my heart too. When asked if anything happened, Ichinose said no, which is the truth. And then Kei, she ended up leaving with Sato, and Ichinose, she turned around saying, oh, well, nothing happened yet. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Because this is a declaration that Ichinose is definitely going after Kiyotaka. There's some pretty spicy stuff going on, and I'm all here for it. Now, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, because Kiyotaka, in his relationship with Kei, it's only an experiment. He's going out with her to experience what love is, because we've seen whenever he hugged her after confessing to her, he didn't smile or anything. He just had a straight face. And whether or not, if he experiences everything that he wants to offer, he will probably discard her. Whether he grows to love her, whether they break up, whether he discards her, whether he goes after different girls, I'm not sure. I have no clue what he's thinking, but at the same time, I'm all here for it. But that's just my thoughts about the Kei Ichinose Kiyotaka situation. Let me know what you guys think about in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok's on the screen in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.